So Caitlin Clark has the all-time record in assists, right? She has the all-time record in assists. We can all agree with that. Well, apparently, according to Twitter, which is obviously a good source of information and not just a cesspit. Like, we all know that Twitter is not just a cesspit. Caitlin Clark's actually not the real assists, and that big WNBA have rigged it all so that Caitlin Clark is the leader in assists. She's not actually the leader. That's what big WNBA wants you to think. But before we get on to, if you think this is absolutely ridiculous and Caitlin Clark obviously is the leader in assists, subscribe. We're trying to hit 35 point. If we can hit 35.6k by the end of the day, that'd be ridiculous. But anyway, let's talk about it. So I was looking through a few tweets, and a lot of it was about. So a lot of this was about the game where her record assist. Her record, she got the ball to Kelsey Mitchell on an inbound. Kelsey Mitchell took 2 dribbles and then kind of like Euro stepped in, finished. And look, is it an assist in any league other than the league sanctioned by the National Basketball Association? No. It's not an assist in Europe. It's not an assist likely in college. There's a reason why assist numbers are so high in these leagues. Because by definition in the NBA or WNBA, if you pass the ball to someone who ends up going into a move to score, or like if you pass the ball to somebody and they're downhill on the way to score, it's considered an assist. So, and then this assist was taken off her, by the way. Like, that assist, the record assist, you could argue wasn't an assist, but like this was taken off her. This is an assist in every basketball league in the world. That is an assist in every basketball league in the world. The reality of this is everyone being like, it's fake, it's fake, it's fake. Look at someone, this is last season, Alyssa Thomas, her record season. This was her assist. That is, Caitlin Clark's been getting these assists all year, by the way. But like, these are given as assists in the WNBA and the NBA. When you kick it to the 3-point line, they take 2 dribbles and score a layup. Like, that is, like, should it be an assist? Probably not, but like, that's what it's given. You see here, this is basically the Kelsey Mitchell play. This is the first assist for Courtney Vandersloot in her pre-Caitlin Clark record assist in the bubble, which I don't consider a real record. I don't consider anything in the bubble record. A jab step, 2 dribbles, Euro step in. Jab step, 1, 2, Euro step in, great finish from Kat Copper. That's given as an assist. The reality of the situation is that, are they assists? Probably not. By definition, I don't know. But we have to just not look at this through the lens of a Caitlin Clark hater. Because every single player in the NBA and the WNBA, especially since I've been watching basketball, has played with the same scorekeeping. If you want to make the argument that Caitlin Clark does not deserve 300 and whatever, I'm pretty sure it's like, what was it, 8 yesterday? I think she's at like 330 or something. If she doesn't deserve 330 assists, then cool. If you want to look through every one of her assists, and she might go down to, I don't know, let's just say she goes down to 260. That doesn't mean that Alyssa Thomas suddenly is, Alyssa Thomas actually is the better passer. Because if you look through Alyssa Thomas's 316, Alyssa Thomas probably had 50-60 as well in the same way as Caitlin Clark did. Like, we don't just look back through a fine-tooth comb. But at the same time, these Caitlin Clark haters need an excuse to hate her. And that's the thing where it's like, if you want to look through the assists with a fine-tooth comb, you can look through the turnovers at a fine-tooth comb. In her game against the Aces, the one where she broke the assist record, she made one pass to Temi. It was a bad pass. She was the reason for the turnover. But Temi Fagbenle caught the ball, took a dribble, jump stopped, looked for a kick out, and tossed the ball 10 feet out of bounds past Caitlin Clark. She tried to get the ball back to Caitlin Clark and tossed it the other way. So Caitlin Clark throwing a pass towards the baseline, the ball went out on the sideline, and it's a Caitlin Clark turnover. Like, there were some ridiculous calls like that. And then the amount of ones where it's like, and even yesterday was the first time I saw where Kelsey Mitchell just dropped the pass that was thrown straight to her, and it was given as a Kelsey Mitchell turnover. That's the first time I've seen that this year. So it's like, if we want to go through all of these stats with a fine-tooth comb, we can. You can do it to anybody when it comes to assists, steals, turnovers, all of that stuff. You can go through everyone with a fine-tooth comb and say this is what it really should be. But the reality of this is that what relevance is this for unless you're just box score watching? What relevance is it? Like, for example, does it make any difference for the game if that Kelsey Mitchell assist is given as an assist or not. No. It makes no odds. It makes absolutely no odds. Did it make any odds to the outcome whether or not Caitlin Clark got that assist at the end of the game? No, it makes no difference. Like, unless you are literally just a gambler, a sports gambler who needs these numbers, they don't tell much of the story. And that's the problem with some of these advanced analytics, is that, like, you don't understand, like, it doesn't take into account gravity, it doesn't take into account hockey assists, it doesn't take into account a lot. It's just, and even like, not even advanced analytics, just pure counting stats. Pure counting stats, because Caitlin Clark 100% leads the W in hockey assists as well. Like, look, it doesn't take a genius to see that Caitlin Clark is the best floor general in this league. Yes, Chelsea Gray can throw more flashy passes, but I don't even know if she can. Like, the amount of times Chelsea Gray will do a spinning 360 instead of just throwing a chest pass. Like, whereas a lot of the time, Caitlin Clark's behind the back passer to get her out of trouble. Yes, Caitlin Clark has thrown some dumb behind the back passes. She threw a real dumb one at the end of the Chicago game in garbage time. But, like, the reality of this is that all you have to do is watch the games to see the best playmaker in the WNBA is Caitlin Clark. You don't need an assist record to tell you that. You don't need all of these random stuff to tell you that she's just the best playmaker. You don't need that to tell you that she is the most high IQ passer. Is she the best flashy passer in the league? Maybe not. Probably Chelsea Gray. But, like, I'm sorry, nobody ever said Jason Williams was better than Steve Nash. And all the people comparing her to Trae Young, like, they're like, oh, she never won anything, man. Trae Young lost, what was it, first round of the tournament? Maybe second round? I'm sorry. Imagine if Trae Young was on a decent Oklahoma team. Imagine if Trae Young had gone to, I don't know, I'm just trying to think of a college that, like, a Cinderella story. Imagine if Trae Young was there with no 5-star recruits and suddenly beat Duke. But it's different even in women's basketball because the players stay for 4 years. So it's even harder to Cinderella story in the women's. And she's Cinderella story twice. MVP of a World Cup. And she's brought a team to the playoffs that has Katie Lou Samuelson in the rotation. Like, Damiris Dantas might be in their best 5 players. This Fever team has a big 3, and Lexi Hull's a fine role player. They have got 3.5 good players. I'm not joking. Like, anyone expecting her to win 8 with this Fever team is crazy, but, like, they've got 3.5 good players. And that's the thing, is, like, you've got Tammy, who is a passable player. Tammy's a good bench option. And you've got Dantas, who's passable. 2 passable bench players and 3.5 good players. Like, that's what this team is. Either way, like, look, the assist numbers, it doesn't matter. This is just people trying to discredit Caitlin Clark. Like, first it was, but turnovers lose you games. Now when they start to win games, and it turns out that the turnovers have no correlation with the team winning or not. And when she's off the ball, the team turns the ball over more. You know, she might have less. And the 3-point percentage is back up to above league average. And she's now scoring over 20 points nearly every game. And look, they're running out of ways. They're running out of ways to go at Caitlin Clark. They're running out of ways. And now it is the assists are fake. It's funny. It's just getting funny.